Yelan, you know, I'm so glad that you got your third rerun banner. Makes me very happy. A woman of your caliber definitely deserves this level of praise. Yelan, I love you so much. I'm so glad that you came back and I was finally able to R3 your weapon. But I know that for you, my little Pookie Bear, R3 isn't simply enough for you. I need to R5 you. Also, I don't know who the fuck Wanhai is. This man just spawned here because I guess it's nighttime or some shit. But yeah, Yelan, I'm so glad. Every time I look at your banner, a flower just blooms within my heart. A flower bigger than any flower that Nilu herself can bloom with her hyper bloom reactions. You're just so beautiful, Yelan. And I love you so much. I wish you could never leave me. I wish that you could stay with me forever and ever. I hope that you never leave me. But unfortunately, your banner is about to end. As far as I know, you only have a day left at your banner until you, well, leave me for good. You probably won't rerun again in this entire Fontaine region, but that's alright. I know that mommies like you and queens and goddesses like you need their breaks every now and then. That's perfectly fine. But you know something, Yelan? Before you leave, I want to take one last good look at your banner. Just for the good old times. What? What? What the f- Oh shit, man, what the fuck? Yep, this guy is back again. But hey, you know something? It's alright. It makes sense why Childe is back again. It's because he's currently a big role in the story quest so far in the main Archon quest, and that's cool and all, but of course, there's always going to be those videos explaining why you should or shouldn't pull for Childe, and I'm just doing my due diligence and explaining to you the one main and only correct reason why you probably do not want to or should not pull for Childe during this current patch. Okay, reason why I'm saying this is not because I particularly hate Childe. This is because I feel like this is the only clear reason, this is the only valid reason as to why you shouldn't pull for Childe against Impact right now. Okay, now usually whenever I watch videos on why you shouldn't pull for Childe, there's usually one main point to be made, in that Childe, his playstyle is not for everybody. So Childe, whenever he uses his melee skill, which is like the only way that he can do damage in the first place, when you stop using it, there's like a really long cooldown. It's like 30 seconds or something. So yeah, if you don't know how to play around that, or if that's just not how you enjoy playing in the game, Childe is not for you. Yeah, there you go. That's the end of the video. That's the entire point. Goodbye. Alright, jokes aside, I actually have the real reason why you shouldn't pull for Childe in Genshin Impact right now. Keep in mind, this is a very important reason as to why you should not pull for him. This is a valid reason. I believe that this is a reason. This is the only real reason why you should not pull for Childe, okay? Because in my personal opinion, gameplay wise, there is no actual reason to not pull for Childe. I think that Childe still holds up quite great in the current meta. He still holds up as a viable DPS. He's like one of the only Hydro DPSs in the game, except for C6 Yelan, okay? But other than that, he is one of the only pure-blooded Hydro DPSs in the game, okay? So I think gameplay-wise, he is still very pullable. However, there is one serious reason as why you more than likely do not want to pull for Childe right now as it is in 4.0. And here's the reason why. Just a warning before I show this video. This is a very important video, okay? You have to pay attention to what occurs in this video. Everybody knows this clip, okay? But here's the thing, major spoilers ahead. If you're a lazy person and you have not completed the entire Fontaine story quest up until this point, do not watch this video because this is an insane spoiler. But I'm going to be showcasing this clip as to why you shouldn't pull for Childe. This is one of the main reasons right now as to why you shouldn't pull for Childe, because this is a level of disrespect that no character has ever achieved in the entire game so far. Let's take a watch. So essentially the entire plot is that Childe is in court because he was accused of murdering somebody, right? Now obviously he didn't do it, okay? He was not the culprit. So they tried to let him go. But then Neuvillette, the big man Neuvillette, aka the Hydro Dragon, aka the true Archon of Fontaine. I'm saying how it is. Neuvillette should be the true Archon. But anyways, I'm not even going to harp on that in this video right now. That's not the time for that. Childe is essentially in court, and he was about to be let go because the crimes that he was accused of committing, he did not commit said crimes. But then the valet pulls up and he's like, wait, hold on, bro. What the fuck you think you going? We still gotta clear your name, right? And then Childe says, but he's just like, oh, man, this shit is boring as fuck. But I mean, all right, if it'll get me out here, I guess. I just want to find that hot-ass bitch, Claran, whatever her name was, you know? So then Childe goes up to the podium, right? And, everything's cool, the valet. Everybody's chill at this point. The Traveler and Paimon, they're chill because they're thinking, yeah, Childe is gonna be fine. He ain't commit no crime. He ain't do no dirty shit. He cool. Yeah, he ain't gonna get sent to jail. Yeah, the crime that he was accused of committing, he did not even do that shit. So he's good. He's cool. He's chilling. He's being chilling, right? The valet asks the machine, whatever it's called. I forgot what it was called. I don't give a shit. The machine spits out the ticket thing that reveals whether a person is guilty or not in a verdict. And it reveals that Childe is in fact guilty. Now, for what Childe is actually guilty of, we don't know as of yet in the storyline. That is the current mystery that is to unfold. However, the valet sees this. The valet is taken aback. The valet is like, man, what type of tomfoolery is going on over here? In my courthouse? Right? The valet is confused. Everybody's confused. And Childe is confused as well. But once the valet speaks the words that Childe is going to have to be arrested because this machine decided that he was guilty, Childe doesn't take that too lightly. Now, we all know Childe as a character. He's a very rebellious character. He's very rebellious, and he loves to fight. He loves to be into danger and shit like that. Very interesting character, by the way. Very good personality. So Childe doesn't take this too lightly, and rightfully so, because he didn't do shit. Everybody knows he didn't do shit. So why is this machine saying that he did do shit? He ain't do nothing. So Childe, he jumps off the podium. He leaps off the podium because he's getting ready to fight at this point. He's pissed. He's tired, right? He's looking at these Transformers like they're nothing because really and truly they are. They are nothing, right? Childe is getting ready to activate his foul legacy mode, okay? Which, we've seen him do this in Leeway. We've seen him cause some ruckus in Leeway with this. So we know that it's pretty powerful, right? Childe takes out these mechas like they're nothing because they are, right? The valet is watching this unfold. The valet is like, man, what type of tomfoolery is this ginger hair kid doing in my courthouse? Barnacles! I might have to step in and check this dude because this dude is getting out of hand. This dude is getting out of boundaries in my courthouse. The valet is astonished, but as you can see, if you closely examine the valet's face during this entire situation, you can clearly see that bro is already powering up. Bro is getting ready to throw some hands with this dude. He's getting ready to throw hands with Childe, okay? Because Childe is on some fuck shit. He's on some type of shit right now. Childe is really about to fuck some shit up because he activates his foul legacy mode, right? So he's going Super Saiyan 3, right? Farina in the background is just doing absolutely nothing because she is absolutely useless. She's all yap but no bite. It's crazy how she's the Archon and she's not doing shit to help her nation right now. There's literally a dude going fucking Ultra Instinct in the middle of her courtroom and she's just sitting there fucking astonished like she can't do anything about it. She probably can, I don't know. She seems pretty weak to me, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, aside from the Farina slander, just her dumbass doing nothing, right? Childe is over here getting busy, right? He's getting to work, right? He's getting real busy going Super Saiyan 4 or some shit, right? And the Traveler and Paimon, they see this, right? He's activating his foul legacy, right? Childe is getting ready. Childe is about power up, right? And then watch this extremely closely. Okay? You need to pay extreme attention to this because this is highly important. And this is the crux as to why you should not pull for Childe. What is about to happen is the main reason why you shouldn't pull for Childe. We see Novelet stand up. This man stands up from his chair. Okay, this man stands up. He puts his hands on the handles or whatever, right? On the armrest, right? He puts his hand on that shit, and a little blue flash. The man is gone. And the next thing we know, we see Childe look back like, man, what the fuck? The fuck is that? I sent some tomfoolery going on over here. And all of a sudden, boom. Right? And then, as we see the puff of smoke dissipate from the courtroom, from the stage, we see Novelet stand up, right? And he tells Childe, Dog, I am so sorry, but your ass was acting up. But we gonna find out if you good or not, G. Don't worry about it. It's all good, right? But you can see right here, the child is clearly knocked out, okay? It's not even the fact that he got hit and he's just a little bit tired. He's down for the count. He's gonna get back up. No, this man is knocked clean out. This should be unlively for how gruesome this shit is. Because this is crazy. This man is completely out and the villain just stands up like nothing happened and that is all cool, right? And the only thing Childe did to Novelette was give him a slight scratch on his cheek. And Novelette walks away as Childe is taken away to jail. Now let me tell you something. Me personally, I would never let that type of disrespect occur to me in my life. I'm telling you this from now. You will never ever see me being disrespected in that way, shape, or form. You will never see any other Genshin character being disrespected like that. The only time I have seen a character disrespected to that kind of level was when Venti got kicked by Signora. But other than that, I have never seen a level of disrespect presented onto a character in this game as clearly as Novelette stomped the fuck out of Childe. Okay, let me tell you something. I would never let that shit happen to me personally. Personally, I'll never let that shit happen to me. You see, I can beat Novelette in a fight. I know I can. Not in a fist fight, but you know, I can beat him in a fight. Okay, so you'll never catch me being under this man's feet knocked out. Okay, I'm just saying like how it is. Okay, and this is the reason why you shouldn't pull for Childe. Because if you pull for Childe right now, you're gonna be fighting for your life. You're gonna be fighting against Novelette mains everywhere. Because Novelette just stomped this man out and now there's a war. I know there is. Okay, I know the Childe mains are mad as fuck right now. They're like, holy shit. This man really just got embarrassed. And the funniest part is that we saw in the trailer that Childe was going to do this. But we didn't expect that it would occur like this. We didn't expect that the man was gonna get knocked out that quickly. Novelette just put this man in his place. Okay, that's a level of disrespect that no character that can really come back from. Okay, so that's the reason why you shouldn't pull for Childe. It's because Childe just got majorly handicapped and disrespected so hard in this latest Archon quest. And look, I don't know about you, but I don't think you want to be pulling a character with that type of status right now. I'm just saying how it is, okay? Until this man gets out of jail and he actually succeeds in a fight or something with like Coloran or Novella or something, until then, his reputation is tarnished, okay? Not to mention, another partial reason as to why you probably don't want to pull for Childe right now, Yelan just had a rerun in which arguably Yelan is like the better Hydro Bow user. If you have Yelan, yeah, I don't know. Me personally, no, I wouldn't fucking get Childe. But it's not only that, but Yelan just had a rerun, and then in the next patch after Childe's rerun, we're gonna get Novelette, right? In which Novelette been looking a little bit crazy from the leaks. I'm not gonna lie, he looks kind of fun. He looks really cool. Once again, Novelette stomped out Childe, dude. I'm saying it how it is, okay? So look, okay? Novelette is looking pretty good. He's looking pretty cool, and he stomped the fuck out Childe. But then after Novelette, we're also getting Farina, right? The Hydra Archon, the actual Hydra Archon, who I don't want to be the Hydra Archon because I think that she's weak as fuck. But yeah, anyways, you know, the Farina is coming as well, or whatever, right? So you have a lot of Hydra units rerunning and coming and releasing at the same time as Childe, and in my honest to God opinion, I think that Childe is one of the you know, he's one of the lowest wanted, he's one of the lowest needed Hydro 5 stars right now compared to these other 5 stars. I'm just saying it like how it is, because Yelan claps Childe, Novelette did clap Childe, and Farina, I mean, Farina is Farina. People are gonna want to pull for her because she's an entire Archon. So I'm just saying how it is. Not to mention, I've also heard that there's going to be a sprinkle of Ayato being put in as a rerun as well. So look, I'm just saying there's a lot of Hydra units coming out right now and rerunning, and I'm saying it like how it is. Childe is one of the least desirable of them all. Okay, so with that information, do with you what you will. Okay, you know, if you want to pull for Childe, then that's good and all, but just remember this. Remember the man got disrespected on live television. That is not my problem, but just remember that, okay? That's gonna be it for the video. Stop watching it, please.